Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everyone. This is Maria Malik, your public speaking coach. It's Monday, and I just wanted to say happy Monday to everyone. I don't know about you guys, but for me, Mondays are actually very motivating, and I look forward to them. So let me know, are you someone that looks forward to Mondays, or do you dread them? How do you cope with it if it's something that you don't like? And if it is something that you like, what do you do in that case? Do let me know in the chat box. I would love to know how you feel about Mondays because, to be honest, my perspective has changed tremendously on Mondays. And it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling to want to wake up to a Monday and know that, okay, it's a fresh start. I have so many goals that I want to achieve. So here is my opportunity. So, yes, Mondays for me are very special. They've become special. I think they've only become special because now I'm doing these lives with you guys and I'm really looking forward to them now. I was really nervous in the beginning, but honestly, the more I'm doing them, the better they're getting and the more comfortable I'm getting. So let's see who we have live here. We have a couple of people from LinkedIn. Hi, Parag. Hi, Jim. Hi, Ajitesh. Nice to have you guys. Thank you so much. So we have a lot to cover today, so I'm going to get started. But before anything, oh my gosh, you guys. So this past weekend, I realized that there are 30,000 of you following me now. 30,000. What? I'm okay. I don't even know how to I don't know what to do because I'm when you think about it, 30,000, it's a lot of people, right? On screen, it just looks like a number, but it's a lot of people. So I just want to say, first of all, thank you so much to each and every single one of you for believing in me, for supporting me, for following me, for commenting, the likes. I see you. I read all my comments. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so, so very much. And for those of you that are not connected with me, please go ahead and connect with me, follow me. If you are someone that is an introvert, that is a corporate professional, you want to get better at public speaking, then this is the place for you. I do want to create a community of very positive, happy introverts that understand how important it is to be a good public speaker. So if that sounds like you, then go ahead and send me a connection request or go ahead and follow me. All right. That's out of the way. One last thing before we get started on today's topic, my masterclass. So I am, as I mentioned last week, hosting a live public speaking masterclass on 3 steps to overcome your fear of public speaking. So if you are someone that's number one, afraid of public speaking, if you are someone that is an introvert and you are a corporate professional, number three, these 3 things, and you want to get better at speaking up more in the workplace, then go ahead and sign up, claim your seat at speakatwork.com. Again, that's speakatwork.com. This is especially going to help you if you live in the United States, in Canada, the UK, and Australia. All this experience that I have, you guys, is in these countries. So if you want to get better and you want to learn from all of my experience, my 10 years of experience that I'm going to teach you in this masterclass, then go ahead and join, claim your spot at www.speakatwork.com. I only have, unfortunately, 100 spots available, so sign up. I have a lot of you guys that have already signed up. The day of, unfortunately, I can only let 100 people in, so only join if this is something you truly need help with. So thank you so much, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys there. It is on April the 2nd at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Speakatwork.com. All right, now let's get started with today's topic. So today's topic is the benefits of speaking up at work. Okay, what does that mean? And why should you be speaking up at work? Some of us, most of us here, right? We're introverts. We don't like speaking. We like to just hide in the shadows. We don't like to get out there because number one, we're scared. Number two, it drains our energy. And number three, we're always afraid of making a fool out of ourselves, right? I mean, I'm not speaking for everybody, but me as an introvert, I feel that. And I know a lot of you that are introverts also feel that way as well. So as a result, you end up staying quiet, you end up not speaking, you hate meetings, you hate going in front of people, you just can't wait for everything to be over and to leave. And I get it, it sucks, it's hard. right? If you're an introvert, say introvert in the chat box. I'd love to know if you are an introvert. Also, if you're an introvert, please connect with me. This is your community then. So again, if you're an introvert, comment in the chat box. I'd love to say hello, and I would love to also connect with you. Okay. So what are the benefits of speaking up at work and why should you do it? Right. Let me tell you guys about my experience and what I was like at work. So I was a very shy, quiet type of person. And I started to notice that people around me were getting promotions. They were moving up the corporate ladder. They were getting the jobs that they wanted. They were getting the promotions that they wanted. They were being invited to conferences to speak at places. They were rock stars, right? And then I was like, I'm just as smart as them. Or sometimes I would feel like, "Hey, I know more than them. I've been here longer. How come I'm not getting promoted? Or how come I'm not moving up? Why am I not seeing the same type of results?" Right? So I started to really study these people. And as an introvert, you know what I mean, right? We study people, we watch, we observe, we take it all in, right? So I started to just look around. I'm like, okay, what did this person do to get that promotion? What did that person do to get this job? What did this person do in order to get invited to that huge conference with the boss? What did they do, right? So what I noticed was all of these people, right? They all had one thing in common. These were the people that were always speaking up. They were speaking up during meetings. They were the talkative ones during conferences and networking events. They were the really talkative ones during even presentations. Whether they're presenting or not, they were still contributing, right? They were constantly speaking their thoughts, their ideas, their minds, no matter how great it was, no matter how small their opinion was, or not opinion, but no matter how small of an impact what they were talking about would make, they would still speak up, right? When you're speaking up, you're being seen, you're being heard. That's what they were doing. So I decided, okay, you know what? I'm going to start speaking up too. Okay. It was literally like, it like hit me. I'm like, oh, okay. So I need to speak up. So I started speaking up, right? Right away, people start to notice a change in me. My boss actually came up to me once and said, wow, Marie, I'm noticing a change in you. I like it. It's great. Like, oh, okay, amazing, thanks, right? The more I start speaking up, the more confident I start feeling, the more people start to turn to me and be like, okay, we wonder what Maria thinks about this, right? The more I kept speaking up and doing all of these things, the more I noticed I was next in line for promotions. I was getting the jobs that I wanted, right? It was that confidence of just speaking up, right? That's all I was doing different. I was doing everything the same. I was doing my job the same. I was showing up the same, dressing the same, behaving the same. The only change in behavior was that I was actually speaking up. Okay. Can you believe that? Just that one little change, how big of a difference it made. Now, what do you do? How do you speak? Where do you even start? Right? It's easier said than done. I will tell you that. But I have some pointers for you guys. Okay. I want to tell you guys what you should be saying and how you should prepare, what you should do so that you make sure you're ready every time, right? So, one thing that I did that helped me tremendously, and I know this will help you as well. So, I was somebody that it was very hard for me to think on the spot. I would be in meetings and I was like, okay, everybody's talking. I wouldn't know what to say. And I would just start feeling nervous and I'd start having anxiety. I would either not say anything at all or I would say something that just wasn't very relevant. So, what did I start doing? Before any meeting, let's take meetings for example, right? Before any meeting, I would write down some examples of things that happened throughout the week, right? Maybe some good stories with a client or some bad stories. Or I would write down some questions that I had for my boss or maybe another colleague, right? So when I came to these meetings, I would have a set of at least three, four questions ready to go, right? And I would have maybe a story of two or an example or two of something that happened throughout the week or month, depending on what type of meeting it was. So this gave me a lot to talk about during meetings. Okay. And this wasn't anything crazy, right? Obviously, week after week, sometimes nothing happens, but there's always some sort of learning experience, always something that's going on that's going to be something that you can discuss with your colleagues and your boss, right? And here's the thing. It took me a while to figure this out, but here's the thing. Your boss, your manager, when you're in the meeting, they just want to see you contributing. They don't necessarily care how big that contribution is or how small. They just want to see you speak. They want to hear you. They want to know that, okay, you're doing something and that you care. Because if you're quiet, right? If somebody is just quiet, it feels like, okay, maybe that person just doesn't care, even though they do, right? Especially introverts, we care a lot, if anything. We just can't bring it out and we don't know what to say, right? So this way, because I had a set of questions, right? I don't know why I keep getting itchy here. There's something going on. Because I had a set of questions ready to go, I would be prepared, right? There's lots of things that I was able to butt in and say, oh, actually, I did that too. And this is what happened. Or so and so customer also reached out to me and this is what they said, right? So it gave me a lot more to talk about. That's the first thing that I did that made a huge difference. Okay. Being an introvert, being very quiet, it's hard. It's hard to come up with questions. Do it ahead of time, show up to that meeting prepared. It's going to make a big difference. And this is just 5-10 minutes of your time that you need. Okay. That's one thing. Now, let's talk about presentations, for example. Let's say you are sitting in the audience and you have a presentation that you're watching, right? This is even a time when you should be speaking up too, right? Even though you're not doing the presentation, that's totally fine. You want to show people at work, your colleagues, your manager, whoever the presenter is, you want to show them that you are interested in what they're saying. And being an introvert, we're very interested, like I said, right? We're just always taking in all this information, but we don't know how to process it and we don't know what to do with it. And that's why it drains us so much, right? So, what I started doing during these presentations was as the presentation was going on, things that stood out to me, right? Maybe it was an interesting fact, or it could be a statement that the presenter made. I would write it down, okay? And I need to write it down because I have a memory of a goldfish. I would forget in 2 seconds what was I talking about again? Sometimes I forget what I'm talking about. So that's why I write things down, right? So I started writing things down, and when the presentation was over, I was the first one to put up my hand. When they were like, any questions? I would be like, yes, actually, I have one. I'd have like five ready, but I'd be like, yes, actually, I have one. I would literally put up my hand and say, yes, I have one. Okay. And then I'd ask them a question. I would ask them to clarify things. I would ask them to maybe just point out, where I can get more information on something. And they would be very generic questions. They don't even have to be very specific. But the point is, I was taking a keen interest and I was engaging with my presenter, engaging with my colleagues, right? That's what makes somebody stand out at the workplace. When you're speaking, you show that you care. When you're speaking, you show that you have thoughts and opinions that you want to get out there. So you're contributing, right? And that's what people want to see. That's what your boss wants to see. That's what's going to make you stand out, right? So don't get left behind because you're too shy or quiet or afraid of what people are going to say or think about you, because that's typically the reason why us introverts don't speak up. We're afraid. Oh gosh, what's going to happen? What are they going to think about me? What if I say something stupid? What if I embarrass myself? Right? That's a whole other aspect of fear that I'd love to talk to you guys more about. But you need to start speaking up. It's going to change everything for you in your workplace. Now, let me also tell you what to expect when you start speaking up. Okay. So, if you're going to go from being very shy, quiet, never speaking to now you're like, okay, I'm going to start speaking up. I'm going to contribute. There's so many things that I'm going to do because I want to move up in the workplace, or I want to be heard. My thoughts and opinions are important too. I want to get them out there. So, what are you going to, what is it that you should be expecting? And how do you know you're doing it correctly? Right? So, what you need to do is pay attention to what people are saying, right, about you. I don't mean when they're gossiping or anything, right? I mean when they are speaking. Let's say you're all in a meeting, you've said something, and people will typically say, well, Maria last time said this, or, Maria said that. So they'll start pointing out that, oh, yeah, you contributed, you said this, or Maria said that. So I want to add more to that, right? That means that you're ahead of the curve. If people are using your examples and adding more to it or saying, yes, so Maria said this last time, and actually I tried it too, and this is how it worked out for me. Okay. That's how you know, okay, it's working. What I'm doing is it's working. And once you start seeing that, right, that's what you should be expecting. You should be expecting people to point it out. You should also expect maybe your boss or your manager to come up to you and say, I'm noticing a change in you, right? I have a client. Let me give you guys an example of one of my clients. So he came to me because he had just become a manager, right? He was very quiet, even during meetings. He didn't know what to say, how to speak up. It was very hard for him. So after working together, a few weeks in, he started telling me, he's like, wow, Maria, I'm now raising my hand. I'm the first one to speak. I have to sometimes calm myself down and be like, okay, don't say anything, let other people speak. But now I have so much more to contribute, right? And what happened? So his boss came up to him and told him, you know what? I'm really happy that I hired you because I'm seeing all the value that you're bringing now, right? His boss started also telling him, I'm noticing a change in you. It's a good change. I like it, right? So people will actually notice that change. They will feel it within you when you start speaking up and when you become more confident in yourself. So these are some of the things that you can expect. Something else you can expect is getting a promotion, right? If you want a promotion, if you are somebody that's looking to get a promotion, please let me know in the comment section below. Say promotion, promotion. I always wanted promotions. I don't know about you guys, but when I was in the workplace, when I was in there, I just couldn't wait to get my next promotion because that meant new opportunities, new job, right? New people I get to meet. And it also meant a higher pay, right? We all want that, or I think most of us do. So if you are someone that is looking for a promotion, say promotion in the chat box. Hi, Sally. Hi, Sharma. Hi, Edith. How are you guys all doing? Jim, I bet it's scary at first. It is. All right, we have someone here that's saying they want a promotion. Yeah, if you want a promotion, don't be shy about it, right? It's okay. It's okay to want these things. It's okay to want a promotion. It's okay to want to move up in the corporate ladder. That's totally okay. It's okay to say it, right? We're so afraid of talking about these things. We're so afraid of saying these things. Why? Why are we afraid of that? If you want something, speak it into existence. Say it. Promotion. Yes. Promotion. There you go. You guys are finally catching on. Promotion. Promotion. Yes. There you go. Don't be afraid, you guys. Don't be afraid to ask for what you want. Don't be afraid to talk about what you want. And I think the problem is also our entire lives, right? And most of you guys that come to me, you guys come to me because the way that you were raised, and this is how I was raised too, was to only speak when you're spoken to, was respect your elders. If they're talking, you stay quiet. You don't say anything. You just nod and agree, right? You were also taught to just sit there and not take up space. What? How crazy is that? And now, right, you've been taught to do all of these things at home, but now you're in the workplace. Let me tell you, they expect the exact opposite. They want the exact opposite. They want you to take up space. They want you to speak up. They want you to express your thoughts and your opinions. They want that, right? And the more that you do it, the more it's going to help you in your professional life. And how do you do it? You need to speak up. You need to speak at work. Okay, promotion. There you go. I'm so happy to see you guys are now openly saying, I want a promotion. Yes, I want a promotion. Right? Don't be shy. You guys, seriously, don't be shy of it. If you want a promotion, you want to move up, speak it into existence. I'm telling you. Okay. So these are some of the things that you can expect when you start speaking up, right? Obviously, you always want to let other people speak up too, but when you're there, take up space, right? Stop being afraid, take up space. Okay, ask those questions. I gave you guys a couple of things that you can do. Ask questions, come prepared with those questions, right? Anytime you have an opinion, talk about it respectfully, of course. You never want to be disrespectful. You never want to say anything that might hurt other people's feelings. Remember, you got to be professional at the same time, right? But you have to speak up, okay? So that's all for today, you guys. That's all I wanted to talk to you about. If you are watching live, please let me know. If you are watching this as a recorded version, please let me know recorded. Let me know in the chat box. I read all of your messages, right? Sometimes I don't get to respond to each one, but I read and see each and every single one of your messages. Okay. If you are someone that is afraid of public speaking, if you're an introvert, if you are a corporate professional who is in the US, you're in Canada, you are in the UK, or you are in Australia and you think it's finally time to get better at public speaking, then do join my masterclass on public speaking. We're going to go over 3 steps that you need to take to overcome your fear of public speaking. Guys, I had this fear for the longest time of my life, and honestly, when I got over it, when I perfected my public speaking, it changed everything for me. It helped me get promotions. It helped me get the jobs that I want, then the promotions that I want. It's helped me with my business. It's completely changed my life. Okay. So if you're an introvert and you finally want to get over this fear, you want to learn how, then go ahead and go to speakatwork.com. Okay, I'll write it down in the chat box as well, but Speak at Work, it's also on my banner on my profile, speakatwork.com. I only have 100 seats available that day, so you do need to show up on time. I have a lot of people that have signed up already. I have almost 300 people that have already signed up. Okay, unfortunately, I only have 100 seats right now. I'm going to try to see if I can get more of you guys in, but you need to come early that day to make sure that you're in there, you have a spot, because we're going to be covering a lot of information. It's almost going to be an hour and a half of lots of takeaways that you can start implementing right away. If you've ever seen any of my master classes in the past when I did them a few years ago, I'm all about bringing value to you guys. I don't like my time being wasted, and I don't want to waste your time either. So there's a lot of information I'm going to give you. Okay, so that time is going to be well spent. Okay, so again, speakatwork.com. Do join, grab your seat, and I will see you guys there. It's April 2nd at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you like these lives, let me know. And if you have a specific topic you'd like for me to cover, do also let me know. I don't like to do all the talking. I want to hear from you guys too, right? This is, like I said, this is supposed to be a community of introverts, of people who are afraid of public speaking that want to get better at it, right? And for people who understand how important it is to use their voice. So engage with me, you guys, talk to me, send me a DM, send me a follow, or send me a connection request. I don't think you can send a follow, but send me a connection request, follow me, and let's build this community together. Okay? It's great talking to you guys. I will see you soon. Bye.